गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः. Today, in the story of this Adbhut Ramayan, we enter into the reasons for the birth of Janki ji. And here, this is the 5th chapter, Panchama Sargaha. भरद्वाज शृणुष्वाथ सीता जन्मनि कारणं पुरा त्रेतायुगे कश्चित् कौशिको नाम वै द्विजः वासुदेव परो नित्यं नाम गानरतः सदा भोजनाशनयशय्यासु सदा तद्गतमानसः उदारचरितं विष्णोः गायमानः पुनः पुनः विष्णुस्थलं समासाद्य हरे क्षेत्रमनुत्तमम् अगायत हरिं तत्र तालवल्गुलयान्वितं आमूर्छायोगेन श्रुतिमण्डलवेदितं भक्तियोगसमापन्नौ भिक्षामश्नाति तत्र वै तत्रैनं गायमानं च दृष्ट्वा कश्चिद्विजस्तदा पद्माक्ष इति विख्यातः तस्मै चान्नं ददौ सदा. In the first few verses he says Vishnu blessed Dashrath ji to with a boy, with a child who was covered by tamoguna. Therefore Ramchandra ji does not remember his own essential nature when he is born, and that we explained last week, and he took the avatar in the Dashrath Kul. And sometimes due to certain circumstances he will remember who he really is, but very quickly it will go away also. And he was full of he was Mahabahu, and he had all the qualities completely in him. Even then, did we do this already?
No.
नहीं अच्छा. हाँ, तो ये this is just the end of the previous chapter, and there it was told that because under the influence of the Maya, he has taken the human birth, and those people who complain or think that Ramchandra ji is under the influence of Maya, or Ramchandra ji is under Tamogun, or Ramchandra ji is complete, don't get into these arguments, come out of it. Just accept, for us he is the Lord. Here we are reading just another narration by Valmiki ji about him. And having done this, the Bharadwaj Muni, he says, O Bharadwaj, now you listen to the story of Sita's birth. In the ancient times, in the Treta Yuga, there was a Brahman by the name of Kaushika, and he used to continuously do the Parayana of Vasudev, and always involved in Nam Sankirtan of Lord Narayana. Not only involved, he was lost in the chanting of the name of the Lord. And every day, and whatever he is doing in his life, whether it is he's on the bed or he's preparing his food or doing something, all the time his mind will be engrossed in the name of the Lord, and and in this way, that large-hearted Vishnu was being remembered by this large-hearted Brahmin again and again and again throughout his life. And same thing is told in the third verse, that he used to go travel wherever it was, and wherever the Narayana's places are, temples are, he used to go to those places, whether physically or in his own mind. So there is, what are the different places of Vishnu? Narayana, Vaikunt एक हो गया, दूसरा गोलोक, तीसरा द्वारका, तीसरा वृंदावन. All these places. So all these places used to present themselves in his meditation while he's chanting the name of the Lord, and he used to enjoy and engross in it, and completely lost in the Lord. And sometimes he will be unconscious, sometimes he'll be conscious. Here he said murcha amurcha. The fourth verse said मूर्छा अमूर्छा योग. दिस इज ऑल्सो योग. अच्छा, ऐसे भी कोई होता है. एक होता है अविकम्प योग. अविकम्प इज नो शेकिंग योग. Here it is talked about Murcha Amurcha Yoga. See, these you don't hear in Patanjali Yoga Sutra or anywhere. So what is Murcha Amurcha? That while you are chanting the name, it must be happening to you also sometimes. हाँ, कि सुनते सुनते तंद्री लग जाती है, and then suddenly you come out and again you start chanting the name of the Lord, or in the class start listening again. हाँ, होता है ना. So this is मूर्छा अमूर्छा योग. So don't take it कि मेरे को नींद लग गई. नहीं, मैं अब मूर्छा अमूर्छा योग कर रही थी. टेक्निकल टर्म, दूसरे को समझ आए ना आए. You must be clear, because our interaction with ourselves has to be positive. If you keep yourself saying to yourself कि मेरे को नींद आ गई थी, then नींद will take over. So, but here we are not talking about while chanting going to sleep. Amurcha means you are so lost at one moment with the Lord or his loka or whatever his leelas that you are not aware of the world outside. और कई तो महात्मा को हमने देखा है that while chanting they suddenly just fall down and they are like that for a few hours, then they will come out again, and then the moment they come out again they start chanting. So in this, with Murcha Yoga, in this and in this vast Shruti Mandal, meaning all the various scriptures, whatever is told about Bhakti Yoga, he had attained it, and only then he used to eat his food. And one Padmaksha Brahmin was there, and when he used to see this Brahmin, इसका नाम क्या था पहला? Kaushik. When he used to see Kaushik moving around and chanting the name of the Lord, he used to give him some bhiksha, give him some anna, so that he could sustain himself. In this way, till 5th, he sustained himself. There are some verses missing, man. Fine. Just one moment. Okay, correct. I'm in the right place. Sakutumbo Mahateja Anashnannam Chatasya Vai Kaushiko hi tada Hrishto गायन्नास्ते हरिं प्रभुं शृण्वन्नास्ते स पद्माक्षः काले काले च भक्तितः कालयोगेन सम्प्राप्ता शिष्या वै कौशिकस्य च सप्तराजन्यवैश्यानां विप्राणां कुलसम्भवाः ज्ञानविद्याधिका शुद्धा वासुदेवपरायणाः तेषामपि तथान्नाद्यं पद्माक्षप्रददौ स्वयं शिष्यैश्च सहितो नित्यं कौशिको हृष्टमानसः विष्णुस्थले हरिं तत्र आस्ते गायन् यथाविधि तत्रैव मालवो नाम वैद्यो विष्णुपरायणः. Here it says that bright as a sun Kaushik, along with his family, was eating the food and sustaining himself because of the compassion of that other Brahmin whose name was Padmaksha. And therefore Kaushik always, because he knew the food is going to come from somewhere, he did anyone who is devotee of the Lord, he doesn't worry about where the food is going to come. So he, with abandonment, he used to chant the name of the Lord and sing the glory of the Lord, because he was taken care of by that Padmaksha. And every now and then, in the 7th verse, he says, Kaushik, every now and then he will remember Padmaksha with lot of devotion, and he will listen to him, whatever he has to say, because he's a Brahmin. What do Brahmins do? They don't just do puja, they do Shruti के ऊपर बोलते हैं ना, whatever the discussion he had to say. So here it says, and he had different shishyas. They were from Kshatriya Kul, Vaishya Kul and Brahman Kul, from these three different, because they are allowed to study scriptures. He had, and they were all very pure hearted, and they were very focused on the knowledge of the scriptures. And there were these 7 students, Padmaksh. And whose were these 7 students? These 7 students were of Kaushik. And Padmaksh used to give food for them also. And therefore, along with the students, Kaushik, Brahmin, he used to be happily chanting the name of the Lord and listening to the scriptures. And in that area, one day, a guy by the name of Malav, he was in that village. There was one Malav named person. He was also chanting the name of the Lord, and he was a Vaidya, and he used to live in that village. And one day, with a happy disposition, he used to make the Deepamala for the Lord Vishnu again every day. And he had a wife by the name of Malti, who used to help him. And in this way, let's continue reading. Deepamalam harer nityam karoti pritamanasah malati nama bharya sit tasya nityam pativrata gomayena samalipya hare kshetram samantatah bhartra sahaste samprita shunvati ganamuttamam kushasthali samutpanna brahmana shansi tavrataah पंचाशद्वयी समापन्ना हरेर्गानार्थमुत्तमाः साधयन्तो हि कार्याणि कौशिकस्य महात्मनः गानविद्यार्थतत्त्वज्ञाः शृण्वन्तो ह्यवसंस्तु ते ख्यातमासीत् तदा तस्य गानं वै कौशिकस्य च श्रुत्वा राजा समभ्येत्य Kalingo Vakyam Abravit. Here he says, So we saw that he used to make the Deepamala every day, and his wife was a Pativrata. She was dedicated to her husband, and her name was Malti, and she also used to help him. And what she used to do, she used to, wherever there is the Vishnu Kshetra, there she will put the gobar. Gobar is cow dung. She will put on all the walls. You know, in the olden times, पता नहीं फीजी में करते थे कि नहीं, तो अपने घरों में गोबर ही लगता था क्योंकि मच्छर वच्छर कम आते हैं, and all, it's very healthy. So she used to put the cow dung on all the walls, and with the happy mind, not ऐसे नहीं, with a happy mind. And while she is doing that, she used to she used to continuously listen and herself keep chanting the Vishnu's name. One day, in that place where these three people we have talked about, who are they? Kaushik, Padmaksha, and that Vaidya, uska naam Malav, and his wife Malati. Now what happens one day, that from a place called Kushasthali, from there 50 brahmacharis of the best caliber, very pure, very beautiful to look at, they arrived in that village, in that place. And then what happened? This Mahatma Kaushik, this Brahmin, so they came, and when they saw the depth of knowledge and the depth of devotion of the Kaushik Brahmin, they started staying along with him. उस समय ऐसे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं थी. ब्राह्मण का घर, it was always open for everyone. He will never say no. He will never say मेरे पास भूख नहीं है, खाना नहीं है, तुम चाय के लिए आ जाना. ऐसे मॉडर्न स्टाइल, तुमने खाना तो खा ही लिया होगा, नहीं, यहाँ पे आ गया. Now 50 plus 7, so 57 people have to be fed. So they started living with him, doing what? Doing the Harigan, and in this way, and they used to help him in all other work also, and over a period of time, Kaushik's singing and his deep devotion towards the Lord became very famous. And Kalingaraj, Kaling is Orissa. You have been to Orissa now. So the king of that country, Orissa, Kaling, he heard the greatness of this Mahatma Kaushik. Now it's not Kaushik Brahmin, he has become Mahatma. So Mahatma Kaushik, and he himself came to visit this Mahatma, and then what did he say? He said, Kaushika swaganai sardham gaya sveha cha mam punaha shrunudhvam cha tatha yuyam kushasthala jana api tat shrutva kaushika praha rajanam santvayan gira na jivhagre maharaja mani cha mama sarvada hareranyamapindram va stauti napi cha स्तौति नापि न वक्ति च एव मुक्ते च तच्छिष्या वसिष्ठो गौतमोर्णिः सारस्वतस्तथा वैश्यः चित्रमालस्तथा शिशुः ऊचुस्तं पार्थिवं तत्त्वं यथा प्राह स कौशिकः शीकराश्च तथा प्रोचुः पार्थिवं विष्णुतत्पराः श्रोत्राणि मानि शृण्वन्ति Hareranyam na parthiva. He says, hey Kaushik, you along with your ganas meaning your students, the 50 plus 7, 57, you sing my glory. King is supposed to be a representative of the Lord himself. That is our culture. So His Highness, His Holiness बोलते हैं ना, And sannyasis are also called His Holiness, even though they don't have anything. So he said, I want you to compose and sing my glory along with your Shishyas, and so that the people of Kushasthali, where the Mahatma Kaushik is there, all the people of Kushasthali can come to know my greatness. Then in response, Mahatma Kaushik, without any hadbad, without any fear, he said, Hey Maharaj, he says, he gave Santvana, the word used was Santvana. He gave Santvana to the king. And what did he say? That this tip of my tongue, the front part of my tongue, see, if you focus on this tongue, in this part, again, continuously for 3 days, आपकी बात शुद्धि हो जाएगी. जो भी आप बोलोगे सब ठीक होना शुरू, वो होना शुरू होगा. बुरा बोलोगे तो वो भी होगा. तो शुद्ध करना है भगवान का नाम लेके, सिर्फ फोकस करके नहीं. But that is one method. So he says that this front part of my mouth, because what is the rest of the tongue doing? It eats also, no? It drinks also, it tastes also. He says the front part of my tongue it chants only the name of Vishnu, and other than Vishnu it will not sing anyone's glory, and it will not and without and apart from Vishnu it does not speak about anything else. When he spoke in this manner, his Shishya, see, who are these Shishyas? This Brahman Kaushik's Brahman, his Shishyas. His Shishyas are Vasishtha, Gautam, Aruni, Saraswat, Vaishya, Chitramal, and the way, in the manner he used to treat all his students, who were under him, 7 plus 50, he allowed them to stay, but he is not attached to anyone. Similarly, very clearly, straightforward manner, he told the king what had to be told, that my speech is only for the Lord. You want to come and stay, you stay. I will not tell किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. That is what it is here. So he never, because he is continuously engrossed in the Lord's name, and in this way, listening to the words of the Brahman Kaushika, the king started saying, he started saying to the king and or the other people who were there, they said, our ears, they listen only to the glory of the Lord, and they don't want to hear the glory of anyone else. Who are these people? All the people of the Kushasthali. The people, because the king has come to all the people, also कि क्या झमेला क्या चल रहा है. So when king said he wanted the people to hear his glory, the people are now supporting the Mahatma Kaushik, that our ears only listen to the glory of the Lord, and our ears don't want to hear the glory of anyone else. And in this manner, Mate kirti vayam tasmat shunumo naiva vastutim tat shrutva parthivo rushto giyatamiti chabravit स्वभृत्यान् ब्राह्मणा ह्येते कीर्तिं शृण्वन्ति वै यथा न शृण्वन्ति कथं तस्माद् गीयमानां समन्ततः एवमुक्तास्ततो भृत्या जगु पार्थिव सत्तमं निरुद्धकर्णा विप्रास्ते गाने वृत्ते सुदुःखिता काष्ठशङ्कुभिरन्योन्यं श्रोत्राणि विविदुः किल कौशिकाद्यास्तुतां ज्ञात्वा मनोवृत्तिं नृपस्य वै निर्बन्धं कुरुते कस्मात् स्वगाने सौ नृपः स्थिरम् इत्युक्त्वा ते सुनियता जिह्वाग्रं चिच्छिदुः स्वकम्. अरे बाप रे. Therefore, the people of the Kushasthali, they said that we will not listen to the glory of you, O king. When this was heard by the king, immediately the king became very angry and he ordered, sing my glory. And he told his retinue, the king came with his retinue, his army, his people, his ministers, all of them. He says, sing my glory in such a manner that all these people and all these brahmanas are able to hear my glory. Why these people don't want to listen to my glory, which is heard by the whole world in this manner? The people who had come along with the king, they started singing his glory. And all the Brahmins and all the people of the Kushasthali who had come to see what is this going on, they all closed their ears because they didn't want to listen to his glory. All of them closed their ears. That time the king thought in his mind that, see, now when your desire is not fulfilled, what happens? Anger. And in that anger, he thought in his mind that he is not thinking that God, Lord is great. He is thinking, I am great. And now he is thinking, if these people don't want to listen to my glory, I will put wooden sticks into their ear and nail it.
Stick.
And so that the eardrum is broken. And at that time, and he's not spoken, he's only thinking. But Mahatma Kaushik, when he catches this vibe, he becomes very miserable that the king is thinking in this manner. And he says to him, now the Mahatma Kaushik tells the king, O king, why are you being insistent that we have to listen to your glory? And in this manner, because if the people go out of control, then every one of them will have no eardrums if the king decides that. So is it to everyone will become deaf? So thinking this, Mahatma Kaushik, he took one nail and he nailed the front part of his tongue so that he is not able to sing anymore. And this is the sacrifice he made. And he put the nail into it. And in this manner, from the 26th verse, Tato Raja Susankruddha Swadeshat Tan Vyavasayat Adaya Vittam Sarvesham Tataste Jagmuruttaram Dishamasadya Kalena Kaladharmena Yojitaha Tanagatanyamo Društva Kinkartavyamiti Smaha Vismitastat-kshane vipra Brahma praha suradhipan Kaushikadin dvijanadya Vasudeva parayanan Gana yogena ye nityam Pujayanti janardanam Tananayata bhadram Wo Tananayata bhadram Wo Yadi devatvamichatha Ityukta lokapalaste Kaushiketi punah punah Malatiti tatha kechit Padmaksheti tatha pare. He says that when then the king became very, very angry when he has pierced his tongue by himself. He went back to his own kingdom, and after, and all the people of Kushasthali, he stole, the king, he stole everything that they owned. He didn't leave anything behind with them. And all the Brahmins, along with Mahatma Kaushik, they all started moving towards the north. Now they became nomad, no, nothing is there. So they started walking towards the north. As some time passed, so as they were going and they were getting old, some were diseased or whatever, and as the death is coming close to them, Yamraj approached them. But when Yamraj approached, he saw all these people are Vishnu Bhaktas. Now Yamraj is in Vismay mein aa gaye ki what should I do now? So he said, "Hey Vipra, so he said that all of you, you are who are with Kaushik, Mahatma Kaushik, the Brahman Kaushik, and all of you are continuously chanting the Lord of Vasudev, and you are continuously doing the puja of the Janardhan. And if you all are willing, if you all have a desire to go to Swarga, if you all have a desire to go to the Swarga, be one of the gods, I can grant you that." So their purification had reached to that level, and therefore he said, "May it be, my blessings are with you." And as a result, all the Lokpalas are the various deities of different lokas. How many lokas are there? 14 lokas are there, है ना? 7 नीचे और 7 ऊपर. तो ऊपर के कौन से हो गए? भूर भुव स्व तपा जना महा सत्यम. सत्यलोक इज द हाईएस्ट, दैट इज वेयर ब्रह्मा जी इज. फिर नीचे चले गए, नीचे हो गए तल सुतल वितल तलातल, all those I can't remember. अच्छा याद नहीं है, नहीं तो कहीं अटक गया तो दिमाग तो ऐसे 7 लोग. तो ये बाहर नहीं है, ये आपके अंदर ही हैं. So from the Mooladhar, from your anus downwards is all the lower lokas, and from the anus onwards are all the higher lokas, which are represented as the 7 chakras. So all of them, they started saying, singing, "Hey Kaushik," and someone was saying, "Hey Malti," someone was saying, "Hey Padmaksha," all the various students' names. Everyone is, the whole universe was as if singing their glory. And so wait a minute, I'll just read this part. क्रोशमाना समभ्येत्य तानादाय विहाय सा ब्रह्मलोकं गता शीघ्रं मुहूर्तार्धेन वै सुराः कौशिकादींस्तथा दृष्ट्वा ब्रह्मालोकपितामहः प्रत्यागम्य यथान्यायं स्वागतेनाभ्यपूजयत तद कोलाहलश्चाभूत् अति गौरवमुल्बणं ब्रह्मणा च कृतं दृष्ट्वा देवानां द्विजसत्तमा हिरण्यगर्भो भगवान् तान्निवार्यं सुरोत्तमान् कौशिकादींस्तदादाय मुनिर्देवैः समावृतः. Here he says in the 31st verse that all the devtas in this manner, Hey Kaushik, Hey Malti, Hey Padmaksha, Hey Saraswat, etc., etc., they started singing, and by the Akash Marg, all the devtas, within half a muhurt, they reached Brahmalok, and after having reached there, and when they reached there, seeing all the Kaushika and all his gang along there, Brahmaji became very pleased, and he did the required satkar, he did the required welcome of all these Dvija Shresht. Why? Because they are praying to his boss. They are not praying to Brahmaji, they are praying to Narayana. And Narayana is greater than Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh in that manner. So he was very pleased, and then he said to them, when they saw, when all the devatas saw that Brahmaji is doing so much welcome, such a detailed welcome to Mahatma Kaushik and Malati and Malav and all the 50 brahmacharis plus 7 who were living with her, and all the people living in that Kushasthali, they are all going with the Mahatma Kaushik. And when all the gods saw that Brahmaji is giving so much respect and importance and welcome to these, they became jealous, and there was a kolahal among the devtas that their importance have become less and these fellows' importance have become more. This is the job of Indra. Anytime your mind, this is nothing great. This is what is happening to us. Every time our mind becomes dedicated to the Lord, starts losing itself in the Lord, the Indra, who is Indra? Nothing but the mind. The mind. Where are the devtas? Nothing but in the mind. And who are the mind alone is expressing as the five senses. Mind alone is expressing as the karmendriyas. Mind alone is expressing as the whole world. So whenever one part of our mind is dedicated to the divine, the mind becomes afraid of its annihilation, and it tries to sabotage it. And how will it do? It will make you see something and get distracted from taking the name, or it will make you, चलो आइसक्रीम खा लेते हैं, भगवान को भूल जाते हैं, या कुछ समथिंग शॉपिंग कर लेते हैं, या ट्रैवल कर लेते हैं. We must do everything, but we must not forget the divine. Not only in satsang, all 24/7. So this is how it functions inside us. That our mind tries to sabotage, because mind is a phenomena, and this phenomena is coming and going. It is not permanent, and it does not want its annihilation. And who is the boss here? The I. It doesn't want its annihilation. So it will create very many distractions. So that is told here in this manner, that all the devatas started becoming disturbed. कोलाहल मच गया. क्यों? देखो क्या होता है. When you go to sleep, is there any कोलाहल in your senses? You nicely, because they know that tomorrow morning we'll get up again. But when you are thinking about the Lord and your mind is merging into the Lord, they are afraid that this fellow is never going to come back. Then where will we function from? How will we survive if he doesn't come back? So this, we have to pacify them. Either the Lord pacifies them, or you say, no, I am not in competition with you. You continue doing what you want. I only want the Lord. So that is the secret here. And among the devtas, there was a lot of kolahal. And that time, Bhagwan Brahmaji, another name for Brahmaji is Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha means the lotus womb. Lotus womb means that womb from which everything is getting created or everything is included within it. He pacified all the devatas and क्या बोले हाँ he pacified all the devatas and along with Kaushik Vishnu lokam yayau shighram vasudeva parayanah tatra narayano deva shweta dvipa nivasibhi jnana yogeshwarai siddhaihi Vishnu bhakti parayanaihi narayana samayr divyaihi चतुर्बाहूधरैः शुभैः विष्णुचिह्नसमापन्नैः दीप्यमानैरकल्मषैः अष्टाशीतिसहस्रैस्तु सेव्यमानो मनोजवैः अस्माभिर्नारदाद्यैश्च सनकाद्यैरकल्मषैः भूतैर्नानाविधैश्चैव दिव्यस्त्रीभिः समन्ततः सेव्यमानोऽथ मध्ये वै सहस्रद्वारसंवृते सहस्रयोजनायामे दिव्ये मणिमये शुभे विमाने विमले चित्रे भद्रपीठासने हरिः लोककार्यप्रसक्तानां दत्त्वा दृष्टिं समास्थितः. Now, when it comes to a devotee of Narayana, Brahmaji has got no jurisdiction. Brahmaji cannot dictate how a devotee of Narayana or Vishnu, he cannot say you go back or so what he did, all the क्या गया कहाँ गया हाँ so all of them, all the Vishnu bhaktas, they all went to Vishnu lok and there Narayana was lying on the Sheshnag, and there Jnana Yogeshwar Siddha Vishnu Bhakti Parayan Narayan, and they saw that he was lying there. He is Jnana Yogeshwar, he is Siddha, he is Vishnu Bhakta Parayan, he is and that Narayan, who was he here? They saw him as the Chaturbhujdhari with Shankha Chakrapada Gada Padma, and also they also saw that all the various auspicious marks that he is adorned with under his feet. You can see that, and all those, and also he was absolutely divine effulgence. There was no sort of any पाप रहित को क्या बोलेंगे, without any sin, completely pure, sinless, and they were 88,000. 88 कितना हो गया? 80,000 and 80,000 Mahatmas were serving the Lord, and also they were there, Naradji and Sanakadi and various rishis, and also very, very great Stri is written, but maybe it's Apsaras or the wives of the various rishis or wives of the various gods. So from all the sides he was surrounded, and in this manner and in this way there were thousands of doors and thousands of kilometers long, meaning very, very large congregation, till as long as you can see that many devatas are there, and it was all very, very auspicious, and there so there this sinless in a plane, your word used is viman, in a very unseen craft in that there was an auspicious throne, and on that auspicious throne Hari was sitting, and he was managing the whole world, because what is the job of the Lord? To maintain the whole world. So he was doing the maintenance, and he was watching all these people who have come, and all the gods they were there, and at that time all the Brahmaji came and did the stuti of Vishnu. But when he came with Mahatma Kaushik and his whole congregation, those Shishyas and everything. And he did the stuti of the Lord, who was sitting on this unique aircraft called Garuda Dhwaj. Sorry, it was Garuda, must be Garuda. And at that time, when the stuti was over, then we are in the 42nd verse. Then we'll just conclude it in what he says. ततोऽवलोक्य भगवान् हरिर्नारायण प्रभुः कौशिकेत्याह सम्प्रीत्या तान् सर्वांश्च यथाक्रमं जयघोषो महानासीत् महाश्चर्ये समागते ब्रह्माणमाह विश्वात्मा शृणु ब्रह्मन् यथोदितं कौशिकस्य च ये विप्राः साध्य साधन तत्पराः हिताय सम्प्रवृत्ता वै कुशस्थल निवासिनः मत्कीर्तिश्रवणे युक्ता गानतत्त्वार्थकोविदाः अनन्यदेवता भक्ताः साध्या देवा भवन्त्विमे मत्समीपे तथा ह्यस्य प्रवेशं देहि सर्वदा एवमुक्त्वा पुनर्देवः कौशिकं प्राह माधवः स्वशिष्यैस्त्वं महाप्राज्ञ दिग्बलो नाम वै सदा गणाधिपत्यमापन्नो यत्राहं तत्समास्व वै मालती मालवं चेति प्राह दामोदरो वचः मम लोके यथा कामं भार्यया सह मालवा. So now what is Vishnu Bhagavan saying? He says, that time Bhagavan looked at them with a pleasing smile on his face, and he said, "Hey Kaushik," and he started. So he got his attention. He did not speak to any gods. He did not speak to Brahmaji. So they are all cringing. But he said, "Hey Kaushik." And the moment Bhagwan Vishnu took the name of Lord Mahatma Kaushik, at that very moment, what is this? Bhagwan forgot everyone else and he is taking the name of Kaushik. At that very, जब किसी का नाम लेते हैं, everyone did the Jai Ghosh of Kaushik and Narayana, that he has been addressed out of all such great rishis and devatas standing there. And in this way, that time Vishwatma Narayanji, he spoke to Brahmaji, and he said, "Hey Brahman, you listen to me, what I am going to say now." That these people who have come from Kushasthali and along with Mahatma Kaushik, who have done the sadhana and they are siddha themselves, that's why they have come to they have been able to come to this point, and to do good to this Kaushik and his gang, I am available, he is telling Brahmaji. And then he says, they are capable of listening to my kirti, they are capable of singing my glory, and they know who I am in essence, that's why they are here. And therefore he says they are not against the devatas, they are devotees of all the devatas. So on one hand he is saying that they are my devotees, but at the same time he put the minds of all the gods to quieten down by saying they are not against you, they don't want your Indrapad or anything, they don't want any lokas, so they are your devotees also, and they are as or they are equivalent to devas, and they should be allowed to come to me whenever they want to come. There should be no obstacles in their entry and darshan of mine. Having said this, the Bhagwan Madhav again started speaking to Mahatma Kaushik. He said, "Oh great knowledgeable one, oh Mahaprajna, he said, go and you along with your Shishyas go to a place called Digbal." And what is this Digbal? It is a Ganadhipatya. You take a, it is a place. Digbal is a place. And you go, it is like a, like we have for Vishnu, वो विष्णु के जो अनुचर होते हैं उनको क्या बोलते हैं? पार्षद्स. शिव जी के अनुचर जो होते हैं उनको क्या बोलते हैं? गणाज. तो वैसे ही यहाँ पे बोल रहे हैं कि यू गो टू दिग्बल नामक गणाधिपत्य को प्राप्त करो, एंड देयर यू स्टार्ट लिविंग अलॉन्ग विद योर ग्रुप. एंड मालती एंड मालव, then Lord addressed Malti and Malav. Who were Malti and Malav? Malav used to make the Deep Mala, and Malti used to do the puja वूजा, गोबर लगा के पूरा करती थी, and dedicated to her husband. He addressed Malav and Malti, and he said to them, "Hey Malav, that you along with your wife Malti, you stay in my loka as long as you wish." Malti and Malav, you stay as long as you wish. And थोड़ा सा रह गया, इसको कंप्लीट कर देते हैं, देन दिस चैप्टर इज ओवर. दिव्य रूपधर श्रीमान शृण्वन् गानमिहानुगैः आस्वनित्यं यथा कामं यावल्लोका भवन्ति वै पद्माक्षमाः भगवान् धनदो भवन मानद धनानाम् ईश्वरो भूत्वा विहरस्व यथा सुखं ब्रह्माणं च ततः प्राह कौशिको भूद्गणाधिपः गणास्तोष्यन्ति तं चाशु प्राप्तो मेऽस्ति स लोकताम् एते च विप्रानियतं मम भक्ता यशस्विनः श्रोत्रछिद्रं यथा हत्य शङ्कुभिर्वै परस्परं श्रोष्यामो नैव चान्यद्वै हरे कीर्ति विनेति ये महाव्रतधरा विप्रा मम भक्तिपरायणाः एते प्राप्ताश्च देवत्वं मम सन्निध्यमेव च मालवो भार्यया सार्धं मत्क्षेत्रं परिगृह्य वै गानमान आदिभिर्नित्यम् अभ्यर्च्य सततं हि मां गानं शृणोति नियतो मत्कीर्तिचरितान्वितं तेनासौ प्राप्तवान् लोकं मम ब्रह्मन् सनातनं पद्माक्षोऽसौ महाभागः कौशिकस्य महात्मनः धनेशत्वमवाप्तोऽसौ मम सन्निध्यमेव च एवमुक्त्वा हरिस्तत्र समास्ते लोकपूजितः ततो हरिर्भक्तजनैः समावृतः सुखेन तस्थौ कनकासने शुभे भक्तैकगम्यो निजभक्तलोकान् सलालयन् पाणिसरोरुहेण. And with this he says, when he said Malti and Malav, you come and stay in my lok as long as you want, immediately they took the divya, the divine form, and with full of wealth. Before they had nothing, and along with the anucharas they started living in the lok of Vishnu lok and singing the glory and of the Lord Narayana. And how long? As long as this loka is present, that long. Then Bhagwan went to Padmaksh. Remember, these were the names. 7 main people were there. So now Bhagwan looked at Padmaksh and he said, "Hey, great one, you become the lord of the wealth, and you move around in this world being the lord of the wealth." And then Bhagwan told Brahmaji, Kaushik, Kaushik will become the Ganadhipati. Who is another Ganadhipati, you know? Ganapati. Ganapati is the Ganadhi. He is the boss of all the Ganas. So now he has made Kaushik also the Ganadhipati. And he said that all the Ganas will sing his glory, and very quickly he will reach my loka as a result of that. And all these devotees who are they are Yashasvi, and all these other brahmacharis and all the citizens of that Kushasthala who have come, he said that they will only do my seva, and they will not listen to anything, and that they will only talk to each other about my glory. Remember, the king told that I am going to put the wood into their ear. He says they will speak to each other, and only my name will enter into their eardrums and nothing else. And in this way, all these brahmanas and all these who have done the vrata and done my bhakti, and who have reached the epitome of it, they will reach the devatva, and they will start living with me as the Parshadas, Bhagwan's Ashirwad to them. And along with the wife, Malav's wife was Malti. Malti and Malav, they will cover my whole area of my abode, and with the singing and puja, etc., they will spread the glory of mine, and also continuously listen to my glory by singing, narrating the stories of mine. And what will happen? And all the brahmanas, by doing this, what will happen? That all of them will attain the Sanatan lok. Sanatan means what? That which is indestructible, that which is unborn, that which is eternal. That loka, Vishnu lok, is that. It is eternal. They will attain to that eternal lok. And कहाँ गया? लोक प्राप्त हुआ. And to whom will this Sanatan lok will be attained? By the all of them and Padmaksh. And Dhaneshatva, except and other Shishyas, may they come close to me and come to my abode. And in this way, saying in this manner, having said this, all the people that were congregated there, they all sang the glory of the Lord and remained in that loka. And at that time, after he had satisfied everyone, he had satisfied the gods also, he had satisfied all his bhaktas also, and after that, with his hand, giving ashirvad to everyone, and taking care of them, addressing each one personally, that you come here, you do this, you are Ganadhipati, you are going to be singing my glory, you are going to be listening to my glory, you are going to talk to each other, etc., etc. When all the job was done, then only the Lord, the Chaturbhuj Lord, sat on the asan. And with this concludes the first part of the इत्यार्षे श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकीये अद्भुत उत्तरकांडे आदि काव्ये जानकी जन्म कारण कथनम नाम पंचम सर्गः. With this, now what is going to happen, I also don't know. We'll see. With this, Valmiki Virachitam Adi Kavya, beginningless poetry, which is called Ramayan, and in this Ramayan, Adbhut Uttarakand, the wondrous Uttarakand, the reason for Janki Janma, that is being narrated here in the 5th chapter. And now Harimitropakhyana, that is the 6th chapter, we'll see in our next class. हाँ इवनिंग में करेंगे ना थोड़ा. हाँ एक मिनट